What's up, folks? I'm Dwayne, and this is Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games that are out there, waiting to be played by you and yours.
I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate
Hey, everybody. So, the original plan was for both Alicia and I to be in this video talking about our one-day trip to Origins and everything that happened there. Unfortunately, when we were going to film the video, I told Alicia that we were going to film when I got off work. When I got home, I made the mistake of sitting down just for a moment. So, just give me a brief break. And I ended up waking up in the middle of the night, at which time Alicia was fast asleep. Now, as you can see, she's not here. And the reason being is because she is currently out of town. She's in Pittsburgh. She had the opportunity to go on a historic field trip with some other local educators. And so they're visiting museums in Pittsburgh, and then they're going to go to Philadelphia and do the same thing. And she was very excited about this trip. But she was also excited about telling you guys about Origins. So she said, hey, do not talk about Origins until I get back. And I was like, okay, that's no problem. Because like I said, I always have some things that I want to talk about. And this one, the thing I want to talk about today is one that's been weighing on me, because I feel that I just want to highlight some two-player games. Now, I have been very fortunate to have a wonderful wife that will play board games with me, even though she's not the heavy board gamer like I am, and she will play a bunch of board games because we love spending time with each other. And for that, I'm very appreciative. Now, I have to say, there are some games, specifically two-player games, that I wish she will play with me. And I know you're thinking like, hey, what about your other friends that you play board games with? Well, my answer to that is whenever I'm with my board game group and my board game friend, my friends, we're usually playing something that's like 3, 4, 5 player games. So 2-player games, I usually play specifically with Alicia. And we've been getting some really cool 2-player games played. Like, we both really enjoy Sky Team. We did enjoy Beer and Bread. We both like Splendor Duel. And of course, there's her favorite game, Votes for Women, which we have to play cooperatively. Like I said, I'm not going up against her in that game. It doesn't feel right. So today I want to talk about 5 2-player games that I think deserve a good amount of attention. I think all 5 of these games are really good. And I want to talk about 5 2-player games that unfortunately Alicia will not play with me. And I'm okay with that, because we got so many other games to play. But I really would like to get these games to the table. Now, the first game is actually honorable mention. I have an honorable mention, so I'm going to go ahead and get that out the way. And the reason it's an honorable mention is because it's a game that I do not own. But every time I go to my local board game store, it's sitting there on the shelf. And every time I see it, I'm sitting there like, man, that will be an epic game to play, And it's a big, chunky, a big game to play. It takes a few hours. And that game is called Star Wars Rebellion. Now, Star Wars Rebellion is a 2-player game where one player plays as the Empire and the other player plays as the Rebellion. And the Empire is trying to hunt down the Rebel base, because that's their winning condition. And the Rebels, they're trying to conceal their base, all the while trying to gain the support of the citizens of the galaxy in order to take down the Empire. And like I said, this is a big game. It got miniatures. You got all kind of the X-Wings and the Star Destroyers and all that. I think you even got the Death Star in there. And that would be a game I would really want to play. Unfortunately, Alicia's not really big into Star Wars. Now, she has played Star Wars, the deck building game with me. And I took that opportunity to show her, like, hey, of Star Wars. Here's a deck building, a mono game. Here, let's check this one out. And she's played it, and we played it twice. She's beaten me twice, and then she will not give me a rematch. She has officially retired from playing Star Wars, the deck building game. And I'm like, oh, come on. You can at least give me a chance to get my W, Now, I have played this game with my grandson because they love Star Wars. And so we played it 3 times and he won 2 out of 3. And I'm okay with that because I just really enjoyed the experience. It is a great game. But like I said, Alicia won't play it with me. So now we're just going to get right into the list. So, and like I said, this is not me like shooting my wife down or whatever. Like I said, I'm so fortunate that she plays so many board games with me. I just think these games need some love, some attention, and maybe you got somebody that say, hey, I want to play that game. That sounds cool. So the first game is this game right here. It's a relaxing 2-player game called Lacuna. Now, in Lacuna, the players are trying to collect these flowers that have been randomly strewn across the lake, which is represented by this cloth playmat. And so the players are going to take their game pieces and they're going to draw imaginary lines between flowers of the same color, and then they're going to place their game piece there, and then they're going to collect those flowers. And you're trying to collect the most of the certain colors of flowers in order to score the most points. Now, like I said, this is a very relaxing game, very easy to get to the table. It's just so, like, this is one of those games that you just want to, like, unplug, shut your mind off, just play this game. It's just something relaxing. Now, Alicia likes something with a little more challenge, just a little more challenge. And I'm not saying the game's not challenging, but it's just more relaxing, if anything. And I really enjoyed it, I really did enjoy this game. I love the look of the game, the aesthetics, but, Alicia, this is not her type of game. So that's Lacuna. Now, the next game, okay, I know how to play chess. The next 2 games fall under games that you would enjoy if you really like chess. I like chess. I know how to play chess. I don't play it, but I know how to play it. And so there's a few games that I have played that are chess-like Onitama, like Santorini. I like those games. Now, there's one game that I really want to get onto the table, and I've seen some playthroughs of it or whatever, and I'm attracted to the aesthetics of the game, and that is Showoo. Now, Showoo is a game where, if you place this on the table and you have people come over and they look at it, and it's a perfect segue to they're like, what is that? And you get to explain to them the game. And in Showoo, there are 4 different boards. There's 2 that are light brown, 2 that are dark brown. And each player is going to have their own color of stones. And so the boards that are closest to each player, that's considered their home board. And on your turn, you're going to pick a rock on your home board, and you're going to move it up to 2 spaces. And that's considered your passive move. And then you're going to pick one of your rocks on another board, and you're going to move that the same number of spaces. And that's going to be considered your aggressive move because that rock is going to move somebody else's rock. And that's the thing. You're trying to move someone's rocks off the board, you know. And I have been wanting to try this out. I think I picked it up at PAX, and I've been wanting to try it out. But unfortunately, I know it's not my wife's type of game. So I've been waiting. I'm patiently waiting to get this game played, you know. And it's coming. Now, the next game, I think it lost my wife on the name alone, you know. And I picked this up at our first Gen Con. And that is That Time You Killed Me. Now, in this game, it's a 2-player game where each person, they're time travelers. And you're trying to erase, you kill off the other time traveler. Now, you're playing along 3 different boards. There's one board represents the past, one board represents the present, and one board represents the future. And so you're going to play, like on your turn, you're going to make a move on one of those boards. That's your focus board. And then something you do might affect something that on one of the other boards. So like, for example, if you plant a seed on the board that represents the past, then a small tree is going to grow on the board that represents the present, and then a larger tree is going to grow on the board that represents the future. And like there's like 4 or 5 different scenarios in this game. And I've been wanting to get this game to the table, you know. But like I said, Alicia was lost by the name. She's like, nope, not doing it, you know. And like I said, I'm okay because there's so many other games I want to play with her, you know, that she'll play. Like I said, I'm very fortunate. She's a great wife. You know, now, this next game is really, this one has gotten a lot of attention. It's not one of those that needs the attention. This one has gotten a lot of attention. And it's one of those mono games, you know, like, it's where each player takes on a specific character, and then their whole thing is about trying to take you out, you know. And that is Unmatched, you know. Now, Unmatched is there's different iterations, or there's a whole lot of characters that come in the Unmatched games, you know. There's like Little Red Riding Hood. You can have Little Red Riding Hood going up against the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. Or you could have Beowulf going up against Scarlet Witch. Yes, they do have the Marvel characters in there. So you got Spider-Man, She-Hulk, you got the Punisher, you know. And pretty much what you're doing is you're moving on the board and you're playing, you have your deck of cards and you're playing cards in order to move or to gain powers or to attack the other player. And you're trying to take the other player out. So it pretty much is a take that game. Now, I know Alicia is not going to gravitate to this type of game. Now, this past Gen Con, I got Tales to Amaze, which is a cooperative version of Unmatched. And I played this solo, and I really, really enjoy it. And I'm thinking maybe I could talk her into it. Like, there is a fictional character that she might gravitate to. And I'm thinking I might could get her to try this out at least once with me. You know, but I think, that, like I said, this game is really, really good. You know, I love the card play. I love the little miniatures. I even had the little Bruce Lee pack, you know, because I could have Bruce Lee going up against Spider-Man or something like that. See how that plays out. So that is Tales to Amaze, the Unmatched series, the whole Unmatched series. Now, the last one is a game that I have played with someone else, and I really, really enjoyed the game. And that is this game right here, Mul Peak. Now, what I really like about this game is, so one player is going to play as the Grizzar, which is this clan of bear-like creatures, and they're in their village or whatever. And the other player is going to play as these guardians, these giant creatures. And there's 4 different creatures you can choose in this game. And so you're trying to take each other out. The giant guardian has come over in the village, and the Grizzard are trying to take down the guardian. Guardians try to take them down. The cool part about it, well, there's 2 cool things. One, the giant wooden meeples that represents the creatures are really, really cool. I mean, they're detailed. I really like them. Also, there's 2 game boards in the game. There's one that represents the village, and then there's one that represents the body of the creature. Because the Grizzard, you're playing cards. Everybody has their own deck, and you're playing cards, and there's a way that the Grizzard can jump up onto the creature, which means you move them from the village board and place them on the board that represents the creature. And you're trying to attack that creature physically. Now the creature can swat you off back into the village. But yeah, I really like that aspect of the game. And like I said, I played it with someone else, and they really, really enjoyed it. And I really, really enjoyed it. But I don't know if I can get Alicia to play it. And like I said, it's okay. I think this game would be great as a 2-player game. If you really like 2-player games, definitely check this one out. Now, so those are just 5 games. 5 2-player games that I wish Alicia would play with me. Now, when she sees this video, I don't know what she's gonna think. She's probably still not gonna play one with me. And like I said, I'm okay with that because I get to play so many games with her. But I just wanted to point out these games because maybe you have a partner or a friend that you can introduce these games to. Because, like I said, they're great games. And I think you guys should give these games a shot. And if you like the contents of this video, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I'm Dwayne. This has been Blackboard Gaming, and I will see you next time.